Hey y'all, if you've been watching any of my videos, you know that I make a lot of small journals just to kind of do little collages and little scenes in and things like that. But I have made a couple of bigger journals. Well, one of them I didn't really make it. I kind of just repurposed a sketch pad. But I have a hankering to make a bigger one so I can spread out and do a little more artsy stuff than just gluing down things. So what I've got down here is a couple of cereal boxes. As you see, I didn't cut very straight over here, but I thought I'd walk you through it from beginning to end. I don't know if this will be more than one video or just an edited one. We'll just have to see how long that it runs. So what I did, I took this cereal box, I cut the tops and the sides and the side piece that holds it together. Now this cereal box, I haven't completely taken apart together. I haven't taken apart yet. But the spine is a little smaller, so I'm going to cut it apart and do it in pieces. And the reason I'm doing it is because I want my journal to be a little bit more sturdy. And I think if I glue these two together that it will be really nice. And so, and I like to keep them together. I think it adds just a little bit of sturdiness. So I'm just going to go ahead, and there's usually a seam on one side, and you can just pull it apart like that. And you can either cut it on, like I got my guillotine cutter here, or you can just cut it with scissors. And I think I will do it this time. Well, the guillotine is a lot straighter. Cut this spine out because it's smaller than this one, and I have the piece from the other box that I can put down there if I want to, and I probably will. I'm just kind of trying to even this up, and I'm going inside the crease because I think it will give more room for it to fit in there, and more. You know what, I'm going to go ahead and do this on my guillotine because I'm really getting crooked over here. And I don't want to get too crooked. So I'm going to go ahead and try to chop this up a little bit more even. And go inside the crease. Okay, now let's see. Let me see if I knocked you out of focus. Sometimes I do that and don't realize it and have to really edit the video. So yeah, I think that will fit in there. I might have cut just a little bit too much off, but I think I'm going to work with it. Anyway, now this one, since the spine is smaller, I'm just going to cut the spine off of here. I think I hit you guys again. So glad to do this. And I want to see how nicely this will, yeah, they're about the same size. A little bigger, that's fine. Cover up some of my really bad cutting actually. Okay. Now, I usually use some glue stick. I might have to trim this a little anyway, on the bottom especially, but since this is shiny, it might not. I usually use glue stick and then go around the edges with Fabri-Tac. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put some more on here. Just about out of glue sticks, so. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put this is not an original idea. It's kind of like a conglomeration of a bunch of different videos that I've seen over the years. So I guess I'm just doing it my way now. Now I'm going to do this side the same way. Let's go ahead and put this piece down. Make sure, I think I got it too close because it doesn't want to close. So let me see if I can move it over a bit. You gotta leave room for your crease to bend over. Let's see about, oh, that's the one from the, all right. Space there so that it will open. Let me see, where is my, trying to find my little scraper here. I think it's right here. I'm just trying to make sure everything is sticking. Go ahead and do this side as well. Alright, I am going to go off camera, trim this up a little bit, and I'll come back when I am ready, clean up some of this mess and then gather some more materials. All right, thanks for watching. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Found some other glues and found some ribbon and found what I want to use for the inside of the cover. I might change my mind on that though. It depends on how well things go. So yeah, I might use paper. I do have some cloth picked out, but I don't really know how that will work. I'm trying to find something over here as a backup. Something, okay, something in one of those colors, I guess. The cloth doesn't work. Okay, what I like to do, I have this white duct tape. And when it's wide like that, I like to reinforce it. Well, sometimes I reinforce it anyway. It just depends on, this journal's probably going to take a lot of abuse since it's an art journal. And I'm just going to put down some tape here. And then I'm going to go ahead and mash that down in there so that it will stick really well and add some strength. My little scraper is really needs to be cleaned. So now I know that it will fold over nice. And I'm going to do the other side the same way. And I like to use a color that I think, in case something, usually it doesn't, the way I do it. Once in a while I've made a journal that will show the tape, and I want it to look pretty good, you know, something that won't clash too much. Okay, just gonna push it over under here. Use my scraper to push it down a little. Well, a lot. And then make sure alright, now I have my, I gotta remember which step, this will be the next step after this one. Okay, I'm going to use this piece of cloth as my cover. Now I've had this cloth, I couldn't tell you how long. I think I bought it when my daughter was a little kid, and she is 30 now. I bought it because I thought it was so pretty, and back then I was doing, like, learning to make quilts and lap quilts and all of that, and with mixed results. Some were kind of, I don't know what happened. I don't think I I think I have the wrong piece of cloth here. I don't think I meant to get it this big. Anyway, I had made some bigger quilts and some little lap quilts, and of course for me the little ones turned out the best. I don't have any more anymore. So I've had this all this year because I never did, I don't know, I got to doing other things and never got back to it. My grandmother was a quilter, and she could make some beautiful quilts. They look like works of art. And I never did have one of her quilts. Well, I had one quilt top, and me and my friend finished it. She was teaching me to quilt, and it didn't look good, y'all, but I kept it for a long time. And then when my daughter was traveling a lot for work, she took it off with her, and so now I have no idea. It's probably in the landfill somewhere. But it was a shame what me and my friend did to that beautiful quilt top. It was a mess. Cause she was teaching me to quilt, but she wasn't real experienced either, and she didn't do it the traditional way anyway. And when I did it, I never did it the traditional way either. Never used hoops or quilting frames and all of that. Alright, I want to make sure this is the correct side and direction. I don't think it matters the direction, because alright, now what I'm going to do is cover this. I guess I'm going to use glue stick again. I found some, but I've already waylaid it. Man, what a crazy woman I am. I got too much mess around me. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, let's just use this Aleene's if I can get it to come out. I think it will work probably better than the glue stick. Okay, I'm gonna try to spread it out a little with my scraper here. I like to use the glue stick to get for the middle, because it kind of you know, it's smooth and you don't have to worry about lumps. So I don't know if this will cause lumps or not, but I guess we're gonna see. Alright, now I'm gonna go ahead. Whew, that was hard to get out. My finger is sore. I'm gonna go ahead and put some Fabri-Tac. And slowly come out. I think I need to clean it, the tip. Okay, now that seems to be coming. I guess it just needed to be wiped off. Alright. Now I am going to flip this over. Just like that. Scrape it down, try to get a good connection here. And we're gonna make sure that it will bend. Isn't that the prettiest material? Oh, I just love it still. I had a big old, I think it was 2 yards actually, and the only time I ever used any, when the pandemic first started, I tried to make some masks, which were not very good, but they worked until, you know, I could do better. Now, what a lot of people do is they cut like the corners this way, but I think I'm just going to pull mine in this way, but I think I want to cut a little bit more of this material off before I do that. And be careful not to get too short here. And maybe a little bit of this side too. Maybe a little bit of this top as well. The bottom, I have no idea if this is the top or bottom at this point. As you can see, I don't cut very straight. All right, let me see which one I want to be my front. I think this way will be the top and the front. Now what I'm going to do is go ahead, if I can get my tablet, look, excuse me while I try and talk. Try to get my Fabri-Tac going. So I'm just going to pull this up like that. Get a good stick going. And I'm going to do that for all 4 corners. I don't think I got enough down it. All right, this is taking me longer than I thought, so I'm gonna go ahead and glue the corners down and I'll be back. All right, y'all, I'm back and I went ahead and glued my corners down. And as you can see, it don't look too pretty right now. And I went ahead and did one side. And then I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I did the other side. What I like to do, I found my glue stick. Just put a layer of that down on the cardboard and then a layer of Fabri-Tac on the edge. And then I'm just gonna pull it up and pull it tight. Kind of play with it a little bit here to get it to lay is not pretty nice. Now we're going to put something over this to make it look nicer, but we've got 2 sides glued down. Now let's go ahead and we're going to do like half at a time so it's easier for me to handle. Bead of Fabri-Tac, and I might have to go around and add a little more, just depends. Now if you wanted to, you could cut a little bit off on the corner before you glue it down, like at an angle. And I do that sometimes, but I've been experimenting with this way for a little while now. Okay, now since that cloth is kind of bent over already, I'm going to put the Fabri-Tac on the edge here. And I'm going to take my scraper and just go ahead and make sure we'll bend. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Now we got one more to do, and I think I'm just going to go all the way across this time. Didn't have too hard a time that time. Okay, now we're going to put a bead of Fabri-Tac. Fabri-Tac really does not want to come out today. I'm having to use about all of my strength to squeeze it out the bottle. Oops, scraped too hard. Alright, I'm gonna let this dry a minute. I don't really think I have to, but I need to get some of this glue off my hands so that I can work some more. And then I'll be back. Okay, y'all, I am back, and so this part is finished. The front cover, well, almost finished. But what I did, I want to line the inside with the same cloth if I can. Now, if you see me make a big old mess, we'll resort to paper. But what I did, since as you can see, I can't cut straight worth a darn. So I've taken and folded it over and glued it down just to give it a smooth edge. I can't promise they're exactly even, but we're gonna see if this will work out. It might be too short, I don't know. I'm just kind of guessing at this. I'm gonna try to make this one as short as I can. I mean, not try to make the hem a little bit smaller if I can. But anyway, I just put glue stick on there, and I'm folding it over, and it sticks pretty good. I don't think it will last forever, but I just want to see if I can get it down. You could probably do this with straight pins too or something, but I thought this might work better for me. See, it's still not real straight even after doing all that. This looks kind of got out of whack here. You know, there is probably a whole lot better way to do this, but I haven't learned it yet. So maybe I will run up on a video sometime that will show me how to do this a better way. And I'm going to cut that little piece off. Now it looks fairly good. Like, there's no rough edges. It's still not perfect, but I don't know if I glue it down if there will be enough material. Looks like there's enough material, but what about when I glue it down? I think it's gonna work, y'all, but so before I do that, I'll show you the next step that I like to do, because I like to put my ribbon inside, and I don't like it to show on the outside, and I don't like it to show on the inside. I've learned that with a few journals that I make. Now this, I think, is long enough without cutting it. So I am going to try to get the very center of it here. Put it right here. Now what I like to do, instead of gluing, I'm trying to get it centered horizontally and vertically here. I like to use duct tape to hold it down. It makes it nice and strong, and then you can always, oh, I just messed it up. Ah. Put some extra glue over it when you glue your paper or your cloth down over it if you want to. Let's hope that's good enough. So I am going to rip a little of this off because I don't want it to go over this fold here. Try to get it in the middle. Clean this thing off. That's terrible. Alright, now let's pull it a little tight. Not real tight. I really wish this was longer. I didn't want to cut it in half, although I have done that before. It's just to make it longer on each side, like there would a little piece here and a piece here. I'll try to do it this way today. And that should be enough to tie it unless it gets real chunky. Alright, now let's take this and see if it will work. And that way it will match if I do get it to work. No, it might be a little too short. Looks like it might be. I can undo this and make it a little longer maybe. I had it, y'all. That will work a little better. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and glue for all I'm worth here. Let's go ahead and use some of this Aleene's. Alright, now let's see how we're going to go about it. Press it down, and then I'm going to see if I can go around the edges with some Fabri-Tac. sewing machine, so this is not going to be sewn down. But it looks pretty good so far. Pretty tied. Alright, y'all. Thanks for watching if you're still here. Bye now.